Welcome back, everyone. As you saw in the intro, this was a rough week for me. In my last race of the week on Saturday morning, I proceeded to take out the front of the field on lap 1. I don't know if there's a worse feeling than that. I definitely expect more out of myself. This was my first time ever racing at the Interlagos circuit. I probably should have spent more time practicing before jumping into a race. I think I ran about 20 laps of practice before running my first race. On the first race, I ran into problems right out of the gate. I managed to exceed track limits on both my qualifying laps, leaving me without a time. It turns out it didn't really matter. When the race was shifting from qualifying to the race, the sim froze and I had to end task and reopen the sim. By the time that was all done and I was back on track, I was a lap down and 10 seconds from being lapped again. I finished the race 2 laps down and in 16th place. No need to show a replay of that race. My second race wasn't much better. I started 11th and finished 8th. I got into a tangle heading into turn 1 on the first lap. That's definitely the most challenging point in the race. Here's a replay of the start of that race. If you are mid-pack, there's an accordion effect that tends to bunch up the field heading into the turn. Someone in front of me seemed to brake excessively quick, and I swerved to the right to avoid them and made contact with another car. My car was damaged some, and I was about 5 to 10 miles off the pace at the end of the straightaway. Here is a fun battle I had mid-race in race 2. The third race was my best of the week. I qualified first and finished the race in second place. The race did have some drama though. The top 5 or 6 cars had quite the battle in the opening laps.
Keep it between the white lines.
We are watching the first few laps through the car that started second. We ran too wide a lot, and both of those Red Bull cars made contact with me at some point. As you will see, their aggressiveness did not pay off.
Stick with the bastard.
Here's a clip of the last lap of my third race. On to my last and worst race of the week. As I said in the intro, I took a bunch of cars out in turn 1 on the first lap. I'll show a few different views of the incident. There's no doubt the majority of the blame is on me. Here is the overhead view of the pole sitter going into turn 1. After I slide off the track and make my way back on, I was in the preferred line going into turn 2. Obviously this all happens fast, but if I was giving a little bit more room to the inside of that turn, I don't think there would have been a crash. The biggest things I learned this week are: practice more than race if you need to, get a good run coming out of the turns leading on to the longest straightaways for fastest laps, give plenty of room to the cars around you on the first lap of the race, and finally, don't overdrive your car on cold tires in the opening laps. Thank you for watching this video. I hope everyone has a great week.